Hi, I'm Jamie, and welcome to What's Happening in Space for the 20th of May, 2026. In our stories today, scientists warn satellite mega constellations could affect Earth's atmosphere. Europe and China launch SMILE mission to study space weather, and astronomers find Three Eye Atlas hiding in older telescope images. One of the fastest growing debates in space science right now involves the enormous number of satellites being launched into orbit, particularly SpaceX's Starlink network and other planned mega constellations. Astronomers and atmospheric researchers are raising concerns that the rapid expansion of satellite networks could begin affecting both astronomy and the Earth's upper atmosphere in ways science still does not fully understand. SpaceX alone has already launched thousands of Starlink satellites to provide global internet coverage, while companies including Amazon and several Chinese space firms are preparing their own massive constellations. In the coming years, experts say tens of thousands and potentially even hundreds of thousands of satellites could be orbiting Earth simultaneously. Astronomers have already reported major problems for ground based observations, with bright satellite streaks appearing across telescope images and interfering with deep space observations. Some researchers warn the growing number of satellites could make it increasingly difficult to study faint galaxies, asteroids, and potentially hazardous near Earth objects. But scientists are now becoming concerned about another issue: what happens when these satellites re enter Earth's atmosphere? As older satellites burn up during re entry, they release aluminium oxides and other materials high in the atmosphere. Researchers say the long term environmental effects are still poorly understood, but some fear that extremely large numbers of satellites burn ups could eventually alter atmospheric chemistry or even impact climate systems. Several scientists have described the situation as a kind of uncontrolled planetary experiment happening in real time. The issue is becoming increasingly urgent because governments and private companies are racing to dominate the future satellite internet market, creating a modern day space infrastructure race that many experts believe is moving faster than international regulations can keep up. A major new international space mission called SMILE has officially launched into orbit, making one of the most important recent efforts to better understand how the Sun interacts with Earth's magnetic field. The mission, whose name stands for Solar Wind Magnetosphere Ionosphere Link Explorer, is a joint project between the European Space Agency and the Chinese Academy of Sciences. The spacecraft is designed to study the invisible magnetic bubble surrounding Earth, known as the magnetosphere. This protective shield deflects large particles streaming from the Sun, helping protect the planet from harmful radiation. Scientists hope SMILE will dramatically improve understanding of space weather events, including solar storms capable of disrupting satellites, GPS systems, radio communications, and even electrical power grids on Earth. The timing of the mission is especially important because the Sun is currently approaching the peak of its 11-year solar cycle, a period when the solar flares and coronal mass ejections become far more frequent and intense. Using a combination of X ray imaging, ultraviolet instruments, and particle detectors, the spacecraft will observe how solar wind interacts with Earth's magnetic field in real time. Researchers say the mission could help improve future forecasting of dangerous geomagnetic storms that threaten modern technology. The launch is also politically significant because it represents one of the largest ongoing space collaborations between Europe and Chinese space agencies during a time of increased geopolitical competition in space. Despite growing tensions between major world powers, scientists involved in the project say international cooperation remains essential for understanding the complex space environment surrounding the Earth. One of the most fascinating astronomy stories right now involves the newly discovered interstellar object 3I Atlas and the surprising realization that astronomers had actually photographed it long before anyone knew what it was. After the official discovery announcement, observatories around the world began searching through massive archives of older telescope data. Within days, astronomers identified the object in multiple earlier images that had been taken weeks before its discovery but had gone completely unnoticed at the time. This process, known as precovery, is extremely valuable because every additional image allows scientists to refine the object's orbit, calculate its speed more accurately, and better understand where it comes from and where it is heading. Researchers now believe 3i Atlas had already been quietly travelling through the inner solar system, while astronomers unknowingly captured it during routine sky surveys. What makes the object especially important is that its orbit confirms it originated from outside our solar system, making it only the third confirmed interstellar visitor ever detected after Oumuamua in 2017 and Borisov in 2019. Scientists say the newly recovered images show the object gradually brightening as it approached the Sun, suggesting it may contain large amounts of volatile ice similar to a comet. The discovery also highlights how modern astronomy increasingly depends on automated sky surveys, artificial intelligence, and enormous image databases that can be reanalyzed after new discoveries are made. Some astronomers now believe there may already be other undiscovered interstellar objects hiding inside existing telescope archives, simply waiting to be identified. And that's all we have for you today. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.